Like, bro, and how do people not want that?
Hi, Ezekiel.
Hey. Jesus, I would
Okay.
die.
Let me make sure my volume is up. Okay. Hey, welcome to Wednesday. I'm going to go over your sketch assignment and your project that we're working on. Everybody needs to know that the marking period for the 6 weeks ends the 19th, which is next week. So for all of you at home that have not completed assignments, you have all this week, all up until the 19th at 11:59 at night. You should all have 100 in here. There's no reason, I've got zeros. People have zeros. Even if you just attempt to do something, you're going to get a grade. This is the best time to be in school, because even if you're just trying, typically your teachers are going to work with you. I really need some people to turn in some work. You know who you are. If you go to your announcements today, it gives you a link to your sketch assignment. We are almost finished with art history sketches. I know you will be very excited. So this takes us to the slideshow that we go to every day. I know that's been confusing for some people. Here we are. We have done a lot of various artists. Remember, every day you're doing 2 slides. You're drawing the image of the artwork and you're writing the information about that particular artist. And when you see a vocabulary word, you are writing that down as well. We've done all of these, all of these, all of these, all of these. Yesterday we did Gustav Klimt. And today we are doing Egon Schiele's, kind of a crazy little, image. I like odd stuff. So I like this painting a lot. So you're going to write down Egon Schiele. You're going to draw this to the best of your ability. You don't have to put all the details in. This, he's important because he studied under Gustav Klimt, who we just studied yesterday, right there. You can kind of see how Gustav Klimt takes his figures and entwines them. You can kind of see how he took inspiration from that in his own painting down here, right here. It's very Gustav. Now, he doesn't do the patterns like Gustav did, but he does that like body linking, almost like dysphoria. There's a word I can't think right this second. He's an Austrian painter. He was an Austrian painter. He studied under Gustav. His work was very high intensity. He explored a lot of different sexuality, and he did a lot of self-portraits of himself, a lot of nude self-portraits. We're not getting into that. But many of his paintings, distortions, deformities. Those are the words I was looking for. Many of his paintings featured figurative distortions that included elongation and even sort of deformity. So I kind of like stuff like that. So I enjoy his work. So you're going to write that down today. You're going to draw this kind of weird disformed figure and write a little bit of notes about him. And then more importantly, we are going over the 2 things that we've been working on. I think I might have confused some of you. I don't doubt it. I confuse myself every day. We have 2 types of ribbon projects going on. The one that we did yesterday was practicing drawing ribbons. I had everybody at home draw about 5 of these ribbons. I showed you. Go back into the announcements from yesterday. I posted the YouTube video, how to do it. Also, these handouts that are accompanies. Is that your... Oh, good. You're perfect. You're already doing what we're perfect. That's exactly what we're doing. Super proud of you. So that was yesterday. And then today we're going to take that information, and this is one of my favorite projects. I've been trying to find my examples from last semester. Everybody just did this crazy great work. Let me move this little puppy down here with your other stuff. Let me put that at the bottom. Okay. So you did the ribbons yesterday. Now we're going to take some information from when we did our graffiti name, And we're going to take the concept of a letter. Obviously, it could be, you know, your first initial, your last initial, your Valentine, you know, this would be a cute little Valentine, you know, if you have a Valentine. But you are going to take the concept of a ribbon. Now, this is when it gets interesting. You're going to take the concept of the ribbon and you are going to creatively wrap this ribbon around a block letter, a bubble letter, a graffiti letter, some sort of letter. I'm going to show you some more examples here. So this is now when you're going to take what we learned yesterday with the ribbons, and now we've got to figure out where, you know, where is it going to wrap? Where's it going to go? Inside, outside. Let me scroll down some more because I think I have a lot. Yes, I do. Let me just put it here. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, no, I don't want it like this. Let's see if I can get this bigger for all of y'all. For you guys, I have this handout that has all this little written information for you. And those of you at home, obviously you can see your computer screen better than we can. So that's what we're doing. Now, I have also given you all kinds of ways to do letters, block letters, bubbles letters, graffiti letters, Gothic letters, any type of letter you want to do. And then here are some examples. As you can tell, and if you have color at home, I would love some color in your letter. And then I would like pencil value in your ribbon going dark to light. As you can tell, all of these are still exploring the dark to light, the dark to light. So now you've got to think back. This one's really good down here with the twist where it goes dark to light, dark to light. It's always going to go gradually dark to light. So now you're taking what we just learned when we did the value strip. You're taking what we've learned when we were working with graffiti letters. You're taking what we've learned now, how to take a ribbon and wrap it around or through. Some of these have it going through, like up in there, but I want it wrapped at least a couple of places. I definitely want it to go. This one's really wrapped, really wrapped, really wrapped, really wrapped. So you need to draw light in this process. Let's see if I have anything else down here. Oh yeah, here's some more. I love this project. As you can tell, the letter styles are kind of different. You know, this one has a little side edge that we kind of learned with the graffiti. You know, that one, I mean, you can do it freehanded however you want to. This person really got into some really cool designs. If you have color at home, I would love for you to come back and put color in your letter. If you do not have color, that's fine. You can leave your letter just in pencil form. That's fine. I'm going to draw on the board just to kind of review with everybody how to do this. Now, I don't know what due date I put on this. I don't expect this finished today. When did I put the due date? I would prefer you take your time tomorrow. I have it due tomorrow. But I might change it just for the due date till Friday because I don't want you to rush. Yesterday was a practice on the ribbons. Today is actually making a work of art. I can take these when you submit them, I can download them, I can put them in a virtual show. This is really showing what you've learned thus far in almost 6 weeks. I'm going to turn this off, draw on the board. Ribbons have lots of options. When did I talk about a ribbon yesterday? Oh, the tattoo design. You'll be surprised when this knowledge of how to draw a ribbon you can utilize in your art. You might be in a science class and have to draw like the DNA or something. This type of knowledge, hair, if you're drawing, you know, like especially somebody with long hair, we treat hair the same way if it has like some curls in it. I'm running out of board space. I'm now gonna erase all my drawings last week from graffiti. Everybody turned in some amazing graffiti work. I'm gonna just draw how I would start this. I hate to erase my beautiful drawings. Okay, so My first initial is L. So I'm gonna do a. So one thing you have to do, you cannot do a letter like this. You can't just do a line. You've got to come back in and make that, you know, either go around it like we learned with graffiti, you know, make it be block, bubble, something. Maybe you come back and you give it those edges that we learned last week with the arrows. So if it's horizontal there, it'll be horizontal there. If it's vertical here, it'll be vertical. Look how good of a straight line I just did. And if it's horizontal there, it's horizontal there. Okay, so now we have a letter that has some depth. It's just not, my mom would always call this chicken scratch. Anytime I would write my name, you know, so you don't want a skinny little letter. You want to have some sort of thicker letters. That makes sense? Okay, then you're just gonna draw a ribbon like we learned yesterday. So here I go. Okay, now, just like we learned yesterday, I'm gonna go over it again. You do a curve, then everywhere it turns, you're gonna do a vertical line, or in my case, I've kind of got to do some diagonal lines. This is gonna determine how wide your ribbon is. Okay, now, very easy. I'm gonna go from here to here, following that nice curved line. That means I'm not gonna just do a straight line there. I'm gonna try to mimic that curve, and I'm also gonna try to keep the same ribbon length, okay? And then I'm gonna do it here to here. And then here to here, but really trying to go slow, really trying to keep the same width. It's actually hard. You see how mine's kind of getting thicker than it needs to be right there? I'm gonna go from here to here. And here to here. And so forth. I'm gonna put a little twist right there. That's in your sheet that you'll see. And then I just lost myself. What did I just do? Oh yeah, here to here and here to here. Now, then you're gonna come back and erase your little guidelines, those little connecting lines. That's the first thing you're gonna do. So we don't get confused, because this is when we start getting way confused with things. What lines where? Okay, now I gotta decide where I want the ribbon to be, behind or on top of the letter. So here, I want the letter to be, so now you're gonna go to each of your little ribbon sections. So here, I want the letter to be forward. So I'm gonna erase that part of the ribbon that is on top of it. Does everybody see that? So now, you see like that, just two little erase marks, and now that ribbon is behind, okay? And then you might need to come back and tighten up your lines. You guys will have it a lot easier because you've got, oh, you are drawing flat on the desk and I'm up here in this odd position. Did I erase it all? Nope, I still got to get this little part right here and that little part right there. Okay, so there, behind. Okay, boom, I want it to be above, on top of it right here. So very easy. So now my ribbon is on top of the letter. And then you just continue. So now I want my letter to be on top. So here I come, erasing the ribbon that is on top. Very, very, very simple. Okay, here we want the ribbon on top. So erase the letter. So you're either erasing in each step, you're either erasing the lines of the ribbon or the lines of the letter. Let me get this one. Okay, and then here, I want the ribbon to be behind. So I'm gonna erase the letter. So you're pretty much alternating. And then here, I want it to be behind. So I'm erasing, why did I say behind like that? Behind. Okay, boom, done. Now, I'm gonna take my time. Remember, I have a marker, but you guys will have a pencil. And see how beautifully dark to light. Everybody see that at home? Very gradual, dark to light, dark to light, just like we did when we did this. There are a lot of value ranges. That's the point of why we did this. You just don't go from dark straight to light. You go very gradually, dark, lots of pressure with your pencil, picking up your pencil to light, using your finger to smudge it, or a blending stick if you ended up having one of those things. But I'm just going to use my marker because I still can show value with line. And so here I go. Anywhere it compresses, like anywhere you can take your finger and imagine folding it on top of each other, that's where it's going to be dark. So it's going to be dark, gradually to light. It's going to be dark. You guys will be doing this with your pencil, and you will have really good craftsmanship. Craftsmanship means it's nice and neat and tight. Dark to light. I want you to take your time with this. I want it to, you know, maybe take up the whole page. I really would like a nice, here we go. Here's one great piece of work that you have finished. Now here, we don't have it anywhere compressing. So you can go light to not so light, back to light. Right here would be really dark when it gets ready to go behind the letter. It's really dark back here. And then you can do something cool inside your letter. Like I could come here and, you know, do some sort of designs in here. We've learned how to do Zentangles. You could put a lot of thought into this. Here is a twist. So it's gonna go dark to light, dark to light, and so forth. So that's what you're doing today. These are gonna turn out amazing. Take your time, draw very, very light. Let me see. You can use pen, Sharpies, anything. Yes, anything. That is your on this sheet. My instructions say, obviously, everybody has this. I'm gonna give this to you in a minute. It says to choose a letter, obviously, draw the ribbon around it. This says wrap 5 times, twist 3 times. Your letter might not have enough for all of that. I just want to make sure that you can take a ribbon and wrap it, weave it through. See how this one's going through? Like I didn't have a hole in my letter, but sometimes you might have a hole in your letter. Really look at this. Look at this little twist right here. And really look at the value, dark to light. This is what everybody's doing. I'm gonna change the due date and put it for Friday because I really want you to have a good couple of days. I don't want you to rush this. You also have your sketch assignments to make sure you're getting complete. And some of you are great. Some of y'all are fine. You've done all your projects. You've done all your sketch assignments. Some of you at home are behind, and I don't want to keep piling on stuff. I really want everybody in this class, like if we were all here in person, I would make sure everybody was doing their work every day, you know, and trying. And it's harder when you are at home virtually and I'm not with you, you know, around the whole class period. So for those of you that are stressed or feel stuck, please email me. I will work with you. I will, if you want to pick 4 or 5 projects to catch up on, I will omit projects. I care about you having a good grade and you just enjoying yourself in this class. This hopefully is nothing It should not be anything that you are dreading. Hopefully, you find something each time we do a project that is exciting. I feel like I'm on a little soapbox today. I am going to stop recording and I'm going to upload this for everybody so you can look in the announcements. If you go back to all your announcements, I post practically every day a live Zoom recording of what we did in here. As soon as I upload that, I'm going to turn the Zoom back on, and I'll be here live. I'm having to do all these paintings for Mr. Joyner, our assistant principal, because it is, I'll show you what I'm working on. Hold on, let me just show you what I'm working on. I have 13 of these, and I'll be putting y'all to work probably too soon. So I have to do these bust paintings. I'm doing 13 of these. And so it's a lot of work. And it says, thank you for going the extra mile. It's National Bus Driver Appreciation Week. And, you know, obviously bus drivers, they get you guys from home to school, back to home very safely. Especially with all the crazy drivers that are out there these days. So they work really, really hard. So Mr. Joyner wanted, this is actually a painting on canvas and they can hang this in their house. And I think some teachers and students are going to sign these. And I know it's going to mean a lot to the bus drivers. So I have to have all these done by tomorrow. So I wish all of y'all were here because if you were all here, I would have everybody working on these and I wouldn't have to do it all myself. Anyway, that's what's going on in this little art world. I'll be right back.